now, my producer, little dap. He is Elias McMillan, and he truly knows the game that is the NFL. So let's take a look at the Steelers draft. 193 pounds from the notes of Chris Mullin, ladies and gentlemen. Their first-round selection out of the University of Miami. 6 foot, 193-pound cornerback, about a 4.4 40-yard dash. Raw and undisciplined, used hands too much in coverage, relied more on athleticism and talent with poor technique. Your thoughts, Elias?
You pretty much just said it. I mean, Artie Burns in the first round might have been a bit of a reach. I think the Steelers could have got a better corner. The knock on Burns is that he's so athletically gifted that he kind of forgets the fundamentals.
Okay.
And he can get away with that playing in the ACC. In the NFL, that might be another story. So he might have to have some growing pains in the NFL, but it's worth it to get that secondary help if you're the Steelers. They need help in that area. So.
All right, speaking of the secondary, safety, second-round selection, Sean Davis out of Maryland, 6'1", 201-pounder, and he is, as far as his strength, good size, says Chris Mullin, versatility, played safety and corner in college, tackling, physicality, ability to guard tight ends in pass coverage, and a real smart player, Sean Davis.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to compete for that opposite safety starting position, opposite of Mike Mitchell. Mike Mitchell's also up there in age too, so he could be a potential replacement for him. You know, as long as he can get to the ball carrier in a hurry and make a play, he'll be all right. All
right, listen, Javon Hargrove, South Carolina State, defensive tackle taken in the third round, 89th overall selection, 6'1", 309 pounds, and according to Chris Mullin from The Fan and the Beaver Allegheny County Times, plays low at the line of scrimmage, excels at rushing the passer, finished with 13 and a half sacks as a senior, and set a school record with 6 sacks in a game against Bethune-Cookman back in 2014. What can you tell me about Javon Hargrove?
Well, I thought the Steelers were going to target defensive tackle earlier in the draft, but the guy didn't got in the third round, man. He is a player. I know he has a knack for rushing the passer. I don't think he's doing much of that as a pro. The Steelers need that defensive tackle, nose tackle position, someone that can sit and take up blockers. But if he's that good of a pass rusher, you know, he's going to garner a lot of attention from opposing offensive linemen. So this could be a good pick for the Steelers in round 3.
Joey Porter, linebackers coach, former great Steeler linebacker, said speed, speed, speed is what you find in the Steelers' 6th round selection. 220th overall, linebacker Travis Feeney out of Washington, 6'4", 230 pounds, and Chris Mullin says, uncharacteristic speed for an outside linebacker, excelled at rushing the passer with the ability to contribute on special teams. Very versatile, and as Bob Dvorak said on the Kuz Market Black and Gold Sunday show, he was a safety at one time. So your thoughts about him?
Well, he's one of those tweener players between safety and outside linebackers. I like this guy coming out of the draft, and I thought he'll be more of a fit for a team that runs a 4-3 defense. You see, for example, Carolina, they drafted Thomas Davis some years ago, another tweener-type player, linebacker, safety. But you want your outside linebacker in a 3-4 to be fast enough to cover receivers. Now, he's not going to be doing that in the 3-4 Steeler defense, but if that's speed, he'll be able to pin his ears back and get after the players in the backfield.
All right, listen, real quick, we got less than a minute before the guys step in here and we talk a little bit of Pirate baseball, Penguins hockey, Kentucky Derby, all sorts of stuff. DeMarcus Ayers and Tyler Makedevich, both in the 7th round. Your thoughts?
I like the Temple linebacker in the 7th round.
Tyler.
Great value pick. You know, he just jumps off the screen. Look at his film. Great player from Temple. He'll be a guy that Steelers can use in special teams and in depth in the inside linebacker position in the 3-4 defense.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
There's the guy. You kidding me? You've been carrying me for the whole year on this stuff. There he goes, Elijah McMillan, and here they come. Here they come to save the day. Grab some chairs, will you guys? Grab those chairs over there. Grab the 2 smaller chairs so we can actually get your face right smack dab in the middle of my new
That's not going to
Samsung.
Ratings, I'll tell you that.
Well, yes, it will. Galaxy S7. It'll make even a grizzled reporter like Bob Dvorak look like
this will help your ratings.
Look
Put
like
my face on.
look like a great model. Okay, turn your hat around just for the audience. Go ahead. Turn things around just for a second, okay? Let's get things straightened out here, too. A little wardrobe adjustment. Okay, now.
This looks like me walking into the courthouse half the time, fellas.
Well, you know, folks, this is a sign. This is a sign of things to come. My attorney behind me, Dvorak, as a character witness.
No contest.
All right, yeah,
you guys
I know.
are walking like this.
You throw the book at me.
Perfect.
It'll never end, folks, unless I end it, right? Okay, here we go. Now, I want to talk about the Penguins. You got Eric Fair. Gets the tie-breaking goal against his former teammate Robert De Niro in The Hunter. They filmed that in Mingo Junction, by the way.
Well, I know.
Did you know that?
And it was based in Clareton. But,
Really? Christopher Walken. Good movie. Hard to believe that's like 40 years
Meryl
old already.
Streep.
I know. You know, she doesn't call either. I just keep waiting. Meryl, I'm a big fan. I am. Listen, I'll haul your Oscars around. What do you got, like 50 of them now? All deserving, too. Now, I want to talk about the Penguins, as I mentioned. Eric Fair gets the tie-breaking goal against his former team. Pens win 2-1. They are now tied a game apiece against Washington, coming off that win last night at the Verizon Center in the nation's capital. Game 3, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. The NBC Sports Network is where you can watch it. It's happening at the Consol Energy Center. That was a nice win for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Kind of costly, though, because Orpik laid out Olli Mata with a late hit to the head. Now, people are talking about a suspension of maybe 2 games. I wouldn't be surprised if the NHL didn't do anything. This is player safety has been an issue. They want to get that hit out of the game, but there it was, and he got 2 minutes for interference.
Yeah, but Bob, I not to be devil's advocate,
I
but I'm
hear
a
you.
devil's advocate on you here.
Yeah.
This is the playoffs.
Sure.
Here. I mean, an elbow a little bit high. Yeah, I get it. I understand, but you know, you could cost. You take Orpik out of that lineup for 2 games. That could be the end of this series.
I know, but it's like Vontaze perfect in the playoffs against the Steelers. It's an unnecessary hit. He didn't have to do it.
You think that the NHL realizes that that's a part of who they are, and they're kind of letting some things creep back into
They
the
always
game?
have. No, they
Really?
always have had that mentality that you got to fight through things. Yeah, so the guy mugs you and lays you out, but you got to get back up and play.
Hey, how about the scary one that happened the other day in Game 1 when Letang's stick goes through the visor of
Through the
Beagle
mask,
and just gets stuck in his visor. The kid had to skate off the ice with a stick, and it looked like one of those dog internet commercials or something. How does he not lose an eye or scrape a nose or something? It's amazing.
Would you pass me my Sheets coffee, please? I need a little jet fuel
Well,
here. Go ahead.
the other thing was a hit on Connor Sheary, knee on knee, and no penalty called, and $2,500 fine. I mean, that's meal money.
Well, now, to be fair, we got away with one in the Rangers series with a two-hander
And if
from
Brooks Orpik
from
was still
Letang.
playing for the Penguins, that would have been a heck of a hit.
I hear you what you're saying.
You know, but you're the journalist. I mean, what do you think needs to be done? More fines, warnings,
Look.
set them, suspensions, what?
If the NHL wants to get that hit out of the game, they will enforce the rules and and levy some stiff penalties,
But you said it perfectly, Bob. They don't want that hit
Exactly.
out of the game.
I know.
They love that.
especially in the playoffs.
All right. By the way, next 2 games, Monday, Wednesday, at the Consol Energy Center. Big screen going to be out there. If you have a chance to get there, do so. Enjoy it. Hopefully you're going to be inside that amazing place that is the Consol Energy Center. But if you don't, Doc Emmerich with the call, of course, on the NBC Sports Network. Before we talk Pirates baseball, we had Ted Arnaud and Dave Pasquale on the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. It's the 142nd Run for the Roses. And speaking of NBC, nobody does the Kentucky Derby better, in my opinion, better than them. Nyquist seems to be the early favorite to win this thing. Of course, some of the other horses are going to be participating. We've got Exaggerator, More Spirit, Gun Runners, Smoky Image, Brody's Cause, Awesome Gent, Awesome Speed, Destin, and Mohamed, which means protector in Arabic, another horse to watch for. Your thoughts about, as they call it, the fastest 2 minutes in sports, Bobby?
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, greatest 2 minutes in sport. I trust the handicappers when they tell me there are 4, 5, 6 horses that can win this thing. I think it's a wide open space. I got my mint juleps all mixed up. I can't wait for race day.
I'm with you, Bob. I'm a little bit outside of my pay grade when I try to talk about who's going to win the Kentucky Derby, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to be watching it, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Let me ask you something. Even though the true racing enthusiast doesn't like it, but I really like it, as long as the horses are okay. I like when they race in the mud. I mean, I do.
Well, my horse was a mutter, and his fodder was a mutter.
Hello, Mudda. Hello, Fada.
Was his brother any good, though?
Here I'm at Camp Granada. All right, enough of that. Let's move on now to the Pittsburgh Pirates, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard to believe we don't get paid for this.
Right,
Now I can see
right.
why we don't get paid for it.
Yeah.
But the Pirates get their 5th straight. Francisco Liriano gets his first win since opening day. John Jaso, he may not be the best ever at first base, but he is awfully cool at what he does. He, of course, yanked one out of the park, said he was working on his mechanics a little bit. Pirates getting ready to wrap it up against the Reds. Cubs coming to town. Lots of excitement. Bucks seem to be, firing on all cylinders, but you can't help but think what it's going to be like against the division-leading Chicago Cubs.
Well, tremendous Western swing. I mean, you come off the road at 6-3 on a West swing. I mean, you can't ask for more than that. They're on a little bit of a roll, and McCutcheon's not hitting yet. That's that one spark that they really rely on. But that speaks well to them that they're able to win without him. He'll heat up. I'm looking forward to this Cubs series because you get a preview of what this horse race is going to be in their division through the summer.
Schedule makers didn't do them any favor scheduling this one in
this-
midweek. This should have been a weekend. This is a marquee series. Sunday night baseball on ESPN. This one wasn't thought out too well.
Any other thing before we go? The overall just draft, maybe some of the picks in the draft. Tyler Boyd obviously goes to the Bengals. We wish the Pitt Panther the best of luck.
Like mentioned on the show, the Ravens and the Browns really stockpiled draft picks, and they've got a lot of body. So it's hard. I don't know. I can't evaluate the quality of what they got, but they picked up some.
There was talk about extending the draft because Cleveland had so many picks.
I caught a draft.
Shut the door, will you? Enough already. How many picks do they have? 2 dozen or something like that?
I was happy for the Hackenberg kid from Penn State. He kind of got redemption a little bit.
And that second round is supposed to be a gamble pick, and the Jets made a gamble by taking him so high. He's got to contend with the ferocity of that market, but who knows? We still don't know who Chris Hackenberg is.
But they put a lot of pressure on Fitzpatrick rather, by drafting him there.
All right, and by the way, here's your journalism word of the day from Bob Dvorak. Veracity. What's that mean? What's it mean?
Truth.
Truth?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Veracity.
Okay, thank you. I'll take X to block.
Spelling bees.
I'll take Charlie Weaver for the block. Okay. Listen, before we go.
Secret Square Day today. We were talking about Paul Lind earlier.
Oh, yeah. He was great. The Johnny Carson show. You get a chance. Fox every night, 10 o'clock. What a legend. One more thing. Ted and I were talking about boxing for those of us who love it. Galenika Lungfin right now is the middleweight kingpin that everybody's kind of looking to kind of carry the game. Well, there's another guy by the name of Saul Alvarez, who they, of course, really have been putting a lot on him in recent years. He, of course, of Mexican descent, getting ready for Cinco de Mayo. He's got a big pay-per-view fight, and if he can get by Amir Khan, HBO pay-per-view, May 7th, there's a good chance that Triple G and he will be fighting, and that will be an amazing pay-per-view. You think Mayweather will ever come back?
For the money, yeah, he'll come back.
Okay, what were we going to say? Go ahead, say something.
Why is there always a sinkhole associated with Mayo? There's sinkholes every year.
There is. What's your favorite Mexican food? Seriously, I got to tell you, I love burritos. Tortillas. Say it with me. Tortillas, quesadillas, refried beans, enchiladas. I like Mexican food.
I do too, and they even get the fried ice cream every once in a while.
Ooh,
nice.
Little cold Corona. And I just need a beach.
Yeah, a little salsa.
All right, listen, we got to get out of here. I've been in this thin air too long. I got to go home. It's been a long weekend. Rico Suave. All right, listen. Vios con Dios. I always wanted to be on the Mexican border.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
on a beautiful painted horse.
Right.
And I'm getting ready to go into Mexico, and they're trying to catch me at the border, and I look back, and I go, Vios con Dios. And
The Cisco Kid.
Oh, my man. I loved it.
Beautiful.
Loved it. All right, guys. The incredible Bob Dvorak of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. He's Greg Dylos of Vantage Management Group. Just enjoy the rest of your day. And the Pirates right now, Reds, 93-7.